Hi guys, it's Cassie with Harlows, and today we're going to be starting a 6-week postnatal program for those who are wanting a more gentle approach coming back into your fitness and your exercise routine. So if you've had a C-section or maybe a little bit more complicated pregnancy and you're looking for a more gentle approach to coming back in to exercising, this is the program for you. So we're going to start out really slow, figuring out how to tap into those transverse abdominals and our core support muscles, engaging that pelvic floor again. So it's going to be great. So we're going to take our time with it and really move through all of the movement safely. Now, making sure you guys have already reached that 6-week part of recovery after having your baby. It's really important to just take that time, enjoy that sweet little nugget, even if you're feeling like, whose body is this? It's just that recovery time. You need it so that you can continue to recover. So once you've got that green light from your doctor, we're going to start with our gentle approach, and away we go. Grab a mat, grab some water, feel free to pause whenever you need to or take breaks, and feel free to do this throughout the week, and then get ready for the next video next week. Here we go. We're going to begin today with our breath. So go ahead and take your hands onto your rib cage. So instead of belly breathing, I want you to really think about expanding outward and laterally. So we're doing this big 360-degree breath. So as you inhale, really fill up your rib cage, expand outward, and then slow your exhale, breathing out through your nose, tongue on the roof of your mouth. Good. Big inhale like you have gills, like a fish. Slowly exhale. Good. Big breath in. Think about having a belt around you. This is your transverse abdominals. So as you're breathing here, I want you to try and see if you can engage them. They are your support. They are like holding you up, holding this posture, this column. So see if you can tap into them. Start by turning them on. Really, as you exhale, focus on feeling that tightening of the belts as your abdominals turn on. Good. Keep playing with that sensation. Keep breathing. Okay. Taking those hands to your knees, pull your shoulders up to the ears, roll them back. Inhale, shoulders come up and around, roll them back. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Good. Reverse that. Come from the back around. Good. Add your head with it. Feel the whole body. Inhale and exhale, releasing all the tension. Okay. Let's go ahead and come so that we can roll down onto our mat. Place your fingers right on your midline of your abdomen. Some of us experience some diastasis, some separation of our abdominals here. And so we're going to be working on trying to repair that and just strengthen our overall abdominals. Pay attention here to our spine on the mat. So we have a wide upper back, and then our low back still has that small S curve in it. So what we're going to do is continue our transverse abdominal breathing here. So as you take that deep inhale, still breathing laterally, as you exhale with your fingers right on the midline, see about bringing your abdominals together. Big inhale. And on your exhale, focusing right where your fingers are, pulling the abdominals together. Pull, 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 pull. Good. Big inhale. And on this last one, take your pelvic floor with it, pulling it up, bringing the abdominals in. Okay. Let's go ahead and relax now. Take our hands, placing them right on tops of the hips. We're going to just do pelvic rock. So we're flattening our back and then coming back to neutral, making sure our rib cage doesn't flare open. Pull our hips back and then to neutral. So that S curve is flattening and neutral. We're not trying to overextend our back. We're just using those lower abdominals to pull in the hips. So trying to imagine them doing all the work, pulling in and then releasing. So contraction and lengthen. Breathe. Exhale. Fabulous. Good. Let's take our right leg now. We're going to slide our heel along the mat and then bring it right back up. Let's point our toe. Toe slides along the mat, holding the knee bent. So we're still focused on our muscles from our core doing the movement for us. So we still have a little space under our low back. And as you exhale, you pull the leg towards you. Inhale. Exhale, use those lower abdominals. Keep reaching nice and long. Exhale. Good. Really turning on those transverse abdominals again. Great. Let's do the other side. Left leg extends fully. Exhale, bring it right back. So again, making sure our rib cage doesn't flare and our low back still has a little bit of space under it. So we're giving so much attention to this transverse abdominals, this band that goes around our waist, because it's our support. And as we're starting to do any other movements, we want to stack our muscles appropriately. So our first line of defense for doing everything is our transverse abdominals. So we need to learn how to engage them once again. Wonderful. Good. Take your right and your left knee, hug them to the chest. Good. And relax. Take your right leg now straight up to the sky. And you can just have your left knee bent, or you can extend it depending on how you're feeling with those hamstrings. Just gently pull it towards the body, making sure that hip is still loose. So anytime you have gripping in the muscles, see if you can pull back just a little bit and exhale. Just let the muscles release so that you can get a little bit more of the stretch. Keep breathing. Good. Bend the knee, take it to the outside of the rib cage. And release. Take your left leg now, lengthen, and pull that hamstring closer. Again, you can extend your right leg if you want, or have a bent knee. But keep trying to release the hip flexors here. All of your muscles are firing. Just ease back a little bit. All right, take the knee to the outside of the rib cage. Awesome. Go ahead and extend both your legs now. We're going to work our upper back. Take your arms, reach them together all the way up and over your head. Now if you've had a C-section or anything and you're feeling like you cannot reach your hands over your head, then only go as far as you feel comfortable. But lifting up, giving some resistance between the arms, making them work in unison, and then bringing them all the way back down. If you're able to bring them overhead, it is great for stretching out the chest and the shoulders to prevent the rounding of the upper spine, especially when we're holding a baby all the time or nursing. Good. Take that big inhale. Give some power in your arms. As we're doing this, our rib cage is staying still. It's not flaring. Our core is turned on. It's supporting us. Good. Stay with your breath. Last one, big reach. Go ahead, hold right where you are. Breathe into it. Take a deep exhale. Good, and bring those hands back down beside you. Let's roll over onto our right side. Okay, on our right side, we're going to just take our upper leg and do some leg lifts here. So focusing on the side abdominals to do the work, lowering down. So keeping our feet in parallel, we inhale until we can feel that contraction on our side abs and lower. Good, staying nice and strong. So we're here on our side, also working our stability. You can keep that hand in front of you to help. Continue to focus on your breath here. The inhale to contract and the exhale lowering. Keeping our legs nice and long. Good. From here, turn your toe down and toe taps to the front. So this is starting to work more our outer hip. Good. Nice toe taps. Continue to point the toe downward. Awesome. Go ahead and relax. And switching sides. Good. Again, that top leg focusing on our side abdominals. So legs in parallel, we lift and exhale. Inhale until you feel that side contraction. Go slow. Breathe laterally. Good. Turning on those transverse abdominals. Good, let's turn the toe down now for some toe taps. Good, you should feel this right in your hip flexors. It may not feel awesome at first, but it's super healthy for your back and your knees. Good, bring that leg down. Okay, coming up onto all fours here, sit back into a child's pose. Take a moment for yourself here. Breathe, think about what feels good today. Think about what's good in your life. Think about your baby. And let's come on back up. From here, we're going to go ahead and work our right leg, sending it back, and then we're going to bring it right in between our arms into a nice low lunge. So we can have a modified lunge here with our back knee on the mat, or if you want to tuck your back toes and lift up into a true low lunge, both are great. We're opening up the hip here, so wherever you are today is perfect. Good, just looking for a great form. So having that knee right over the ankle. Drop the back knee, and then sitting right on top of that back knee, flexing the front foot to work our hamstrings. Good, when you're hinging here, think about pulling your right hip back and your left one forward so they're really squared. And then rocking forward and sending it back, so finding that ebb and flow. Rock it forward, send it back. Finding the full breath of each movement. Good, send it back and back to all fours. Left leg, reach it behind you, pull it into a low lunge right between the hands. This is our half split. Feel free to pop up that back foot or not. Find this posture here. You're strong. Drop the back knee, sending your weight over that back leg now, straighten the front, flex through the foot, hinging forward as you pull that left hip back, right hip forward, and then find your ebb and flow, going back and forth between the half split. So nice. Good. Go ahead and pop up from that back foot and come up through the center. Bring your heels right underneath your knees. Feet go out. So we're in a nice second position like a ballerina. Bring those palms together and sink low into our plie. So instead of doing like a chair sit, coming straight down, so we're a long column, energy coming up through the top of the head. Go ahead and make yourself in alignment, chin, chest, pelvis. Good. Breathing right here. And then expanding that energy, straighten the legs. Reach your arms back behind you, grabbing onto the elbows, pulling your chest open. Good. Sink right back down into our plie. So making sure those hips go right under the shoulders. Turning on our transverse abdominals. Opening the chest, pull back through the shoulders. Good, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. This time reaching behind you, grab the opposite elbow, sink right back down into our plie. Good, transverse abdominals, layer wrapped around you like a seat belt, giving you full support. Pull the chest open. Release the hands. And walk the feet in. Good. I'm going to face sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Face any direction you like. Good. Hands are going to be right here on the hips. So go ahead and tilt your hips forward and then exaggerate them back. And then see about finding that neutral pelvis. We've been carrying a baby so long, it's really easy to let that whole rib cage just spill forward. So really trying to zip it up, making those shoulders pulled back right over the hips. Go ahead and take your feet in a first position, heels together, and drop it down into a little plie. So coming down, lifting right back up. As you do this, bend the legs and think about pulling your upper legs together, straightening the leg. Good. So our support system is all turned on. Those transverse abdominals are supporting us as we drop down, holding our position. Good. Working through the legs. Good. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, take those feet now in parallel. Reach the arms up. We're going to work the shoulders, dropping one under and then the other. So looking towards that arm that's rotating. So you're stretching your neck as well, back and forth. So alternate rotation of the shoulders, stretching and strengthening. Feeling lovely, of course. You're doing great. And release. Good. Pull those shoulders back. Take your hips, finding that neutral pelvis. And this is our happy mountain pose. This is our state that we should be doing our entire day, making sure throughout the day that we're checking in with our posture. Taking our hands to our heart now, taking a moment for gratitude for ourselves on this great journey of healing and reclaiming our body. We are in this together. We are grateful, and gratitude turns what we have into enough. Thank you for being on this practice with me. We will see you next week for more.